Hello and welcome, good to have you with us. Now, Forcepoint is the leading user and data security, cybersecurity company entrusted to safeguard organisations whilst driving digital transformation and growth. The company's solutions adapt in real time to how people interact with data, providing secure access while enabling employees to create value. Forcepoint's overall vision is to protect and secure customers' information assets in a rapidly evolving digital world by providing a data-first SASE platform. The Forcepoint ONE all-in-one cloud platform simplifies security for both traditional and remote workforces, allowing users to gain safe, controlled access to business information on the web, in the cloud and in private applications. Well, Manny Rivelo is the Chief Executive Officer at Forcepoint. As Forcepoint CEO, Rivelo drives the company's strategy to accelerate enterprise and government agency adoption of a modern approach to security that embraces the emerging secure access service edge architecture. I'm delighted to say that Manny's with us now. Good to have you with us. Thank you for being with us. So let's talk about the fact that cybersecurity, we know, is an increasingly complex and changing landscape. So let's keep it simple. What are the biggest threats and challenges that businesses face today?
Well, I mean, it's pretty obvious that no matter how much organizations are trying to protect themselves, the hackers keep on coming, right? So if you look at the stats over the course of this last year, ransomware and attacks have grown monumentally from a business perspective. You also look at the data that's out there. It says that by 2025, the third largest, if you're looking at it from an economic perspective as an economy, cyber crime will be the third largest in the world after the US and China as it pertains to like a GDP metric. Almost $11 trillion of cyber crime. So obviously it's a profitable business. There's a lot of people that are out there trying to hack these environments. And what organizations are struggling with is how they enable productivity. How do they keep the productivity, taking advantage of the new technologies that are out there to drive the top line of their organizations to create better customer experiences, while at the same time securing the infrastructure so that they can prosper from a business perspective. So that's the challenge. It's this, they leverage the environment that's out there, the technology that's out there, creates new risks for an organization. It's that balance to continue to drive the growth of their business.
So in that sense, what do businesses need to do to stay secure, but also competitive in today's market?
Yeah, it's all about driving your productivity and driving new technologies. Like there's a lot of conversation right now around ChatGPT and what AI will mean inside your organization. That will have to find its way or will find its way into businesses. So what type of security risks does that bring onto an environment? So that's the constant challenge, is that technology continues to propel itself. You want to take advantage of it inside an organization, and therefore you need to do it. And it becomes more difficult today. COVID was another example, right? When we all experienced COVID, we all went remote, work from home. Our applications that used to be inside our data centers are now moved to the cloud, and we're using cloud applications. Users are remote, applications are remote. The whole architecture of how we do business and interact, either inside a corporation or outside to our clients, has dramatically changed, and we need to adapt to that. And part of that is how you look at it from an architecture perspective, which is what SASE is all about. SASE, or Zero Trust, is a new architecture, right, on the way you intercept that traffic to secure that traffic, no matter where the user is or the application is, to allow you to enable your business to prosper and move forward.
So drill down on Zero Trust and SASE for us. If people aren't familiar with the sort of security landscape, as it were, just explain it in simple terms for us.
Yeah, and those are, the Zero Trust and SASE are both architectural concepts. What it means is trust nothing, verify everything. So your users could be anywhere. Think about a typical day. You may be working from home, you may be working from a coffee shop, you may be in your customer's environment, you may be in a hotel, you may be in your office. So users are everywhere with different devices. Personal devices, corporate provided devices, so therefore how you connect that user to the applications. And when you think about what are the applications could be private applications that are inside your organization, your own IP, something that you built that's unique or bespoke to your organization. But it could be using the web, right? Which we all use the web, we surf the web, we do a lot. Or it could be using cloud applications like SaaS applications. Think about a Salesforce.com or those types of applications. So on one side you have applications, on the other side you have users. how do I connect those two things in a reliable manner and intercept the traffic or have enough controls or on that traffic to be able to verify that it is the right user, right? Through multi-factor authentication, that there is no viruses or malware being sent. Enough policy in the middle. So the architecture changed, because if you think about the past, we all went in the office. And when we came into the office, we assumed that this environment was safe, right? It's no longer safe. We're coming from different locations, and our applications and data are at different locations. So it's this concept of zero trust and making that dynamic. So you're constantly inspecting that that connection is the right connection and the usage is appropriate.
And so that's the strategic value to businesses, isn't it?
Correct, because it enables you to function differently. It enables to accelerate your business and take advantage of the cloud, for example, and those environments that are being created. It enables you to have new ways of connecting with your customers that don't have to be in the office, but they could be in different locations.
So explain to us, if you would, how Forcepoint ONE addresses, well, the business need for essentially simplifying security.
Yeah, I mean, the concept is simple. We look at the business value, excuse me, across three different vectors. One of them is, can we drive productivity? Can we enable your business to function in a new way? I gave an example of ChatGPT. That's going to come into an organization. They're going to say, okay, if I bring that in, what kind of security vulnerabilities do I have? I can give you two right now. The first of it is, if you're inside a company and you're asking it questions, by default, that engine can infer certain things about your company, which means you may have some data leakage, right? The second is, if you're using it, and an outside customer is using it because you're using AI to better service that customer, how can you have external data leakage because the engine might get something from inside the organization? So how do we drive productivity is number one. That means allowing applications to go to the cloud, allowing users to work from anywhere, and taking advantage of new technology. The second major element around it is, can we reduce cost? And these concepts of SASE or Forcepoint ONE, our solution, allows you to take technology that's come out over many years, a couple of decades worth of technology, terms like secure web gateway, cloud access security broker, replacement for VPN technology. There's a lot of technology, and it all now is consolidated into a platform. So what you're able to do is reduce the number of vendors you have. You're able to move from point products or bespoke products to a solution that's cleaner. And then actually the third thing is, you're enabling through these new architectures to create a much more secure environment, right? And taking cost out of that environment. So it's those three elements that really drive and propel the new business model forward.
One question that people may ask is, how can you know, or how can organisations know, that investing in security is going to accelerate their business?
It really comes down to, can you stay current with the productivity your organization needs? The concept of driving the network, or the network effect of taking advantage of new technology. Think about it. If you go back 20 years ago, we were connecting to the internet. And then all of a sudden, we're connecting now to the web. Then the cloud came about. Now we're connecting to the cloud. Now we're going to be connecting to AI. It's, can I stay current with that? And can I drive that? So this concept of taking advantage of the new capabilities around networking, but it has to be secure. If it's not secure, I can't operate in that environment. So that's how you're going to measure the value of it is, can I take advantage of the technology, but at the same time, do I have a secure framework in mind?
So what steps do businesses have to take to successfully adopt a zero trust and an approach to SASE?
Well, first of all, it's a journey. It's zero trust. SASE is an architecture. So it's really not a product. We talk about it like a product. It's a set of technologies that come together that are positioned a certain way, and every customer is somewhere different on that journey. So what you want to do is pick where you need to create better security, or and that's a great starting point. The other great starting point is when your renewal rates come up for some of that bespoke or traditional technology, is begin to embrace it into this framework. So for most customers, it's going to be a 3 to 5 year journey, right? And it has a lot to do with technology that's coming up for renewal. It has enablement of new business value to secure your environment much, much deeper. The other part that's really important, which we really haven't talked a lot about it, is the concept of data protection. Remember, hackers are coming to take something of value, or to get into your environment, encrypt your data, and hold you up for ransom, right? To de-encrypt it, to do your business. So you have to also implement data protection. So us as a company, we think about an intersection. The intersection of data protection with the intersection of this new enablement framework called SASE, which drives your productivity. Protect your assets and enable them, right, inside the business. And that's the journey that most customers will go through as they move through SASE.
And what investments are you making to ensure that Forcepoint is the go-to solution for customers?
The other key thing that we're doing is we're only investing in SASE, which is a combination of SD-WAN and SSC technology, which is CASB, ZTNA, SWIG, threat protection, data protection, a bunch of other things that are in there. But we're also investing aggressively in the simplification of it. If you talk to most corporations, they will tell you they have 50 to 100 security vendors. That's a lot of complexity. And there's a talent shortage that's out there as it pertains to this segment or security in general. So as a result of that, we're looking how do we simplify security and create a construct where it's very simple to drive the policy, drive it in one place, have the analytics all in one place, make it more English-like, if you will, right, to drive security into your environment and enable consolidation. So it's not only investment in SASE with data protection so we get at that intersection, but it's can you deliver it in a much more simplified manner because of the talent shortage that's out there. So that's our mission. That's what we're striving to accomplish for our customers, and we're well on our way to do that.
Manny Rivelo, CEO of Forcepoint, thank you so much for speaking to us today.
Thank you. It was my pleasure.